I've spoken of July many times. I've explained my resentment, my anger, and my loathing amidst this pinnacle holder of summer. And though it may be misguided to bear hatred for an objective month that lives annually among the pages of a calendar, I can't seem to thwart it or push it back. Hours spent sitting in therapist chairs have done little to assuage the potency of this month. Each year without fail, my heart falls prey to the whim of remembrance. Every nuance of the day and the days that came after return on the heat of a summer's wind. July 6th, 2008. A day that will live to punish me for the remainder of my corporeal time. It's a day when the world became smaller, yet felt more vast, all within the pain of one troubled breath. A cavernous hole opened inside of me. No amount of whiskey, women, or bad decisions seemed to fill it. An aching void carved itself deep into my bones, into my essence, and there remains an anguish not easily explained. I never expected it to be him. I never wanted it to be any of them. But that was never a choice bestowed to me. It was for the universe to decide. And decide it did. On an ancient, dusted expanse in a land far from home, my friend, my brother, compatriot and confidant, was struck down by a faceless act of evil. An explosion that tore up from the ground claimed the life of one of the best men I have ever known. And not a day goes by where I do not harbor some fragment of guilt that I'm left standing and living while heroes like him are not. He was in Afghanistan, barely in his 20s, standing for something greater than self. I remained at home in the city, working on an ambulance, doing my best to tame the wicked intentions of a skilled reaper. My endeavor was futile most days. I was due to start work shortly after I got the call. The trembling voice of a comrade still serving in the green machine relayed the news to me. He choked back tears, and I damn near fell to the floor when he said that Colin was dead. July 6th, 2008. Private Colin Wilmot of 1 Field Ambulance, killed while on mission in Afghanistan. July 6th, 2008. Corporal retired Matthew Hennigan, formerly of 1 Field Ambulance, hit by an invisible bomb while standing in a sun-soaked kitchen some 10,000 kilometers away from the barren lands where her brother now lay. Two months earlier, while I was still in the army, we'd lost another medic, another brother. I'd hoped that would be the end of it, but it wasn't. I read a quote once that said, Do not expect the world to be fair. It's not. It never will be. Those words have lived within me ever since. The world is anything but fair. There's a myriad of examples of this. Poverty, social inequities, prejudice, child labor, death. The world isn't all doom and gloom. It's just not inherently fair. That's a reality, not a controversy. And on this day, July 6th, I feel a reminder of that inarguable truth. I miss my friend. I miss my wingman. And most of all, I miss my brother. Bonds are forged while in military service that are not easily explained to those outside. Long before a soldier sets foot on foreign lands, he has already become family to the man or woman standing next to him. When the violence of war takes the life of one of those you've known, loved, cherished, and cared for, it too is a loss not easily explained to the uninitiated. I joined the army as a scared, shitless, and rudderless boy. And though I never traveled to distant lands, when my time in service was over, I was a humbled man. No longer carrying a rifle or the weight of a ruck, but the inconceivable bereavement of service instead. Both arguably standard issue to the Canadian soldier. Last September, I traveled to the grave of one of my fallen brothers. He rests in Calgary. It was an excruciating and relieving journey. My hope, Colin, is to come and see you too, my brother, when I'm ready. The sun is warm today. It reminds me of that day. That awful day. I wish you eternal peace, my brother. For as long as I remain, I will remember. And I will tell the world of who you were and what you did for us. Always positive, Colin Wilmot. Rest easy, warrior. Until we meet again.
Go and take a walk in the snow. It is a medicine for the soul. So much in my head these days. In the winter sky could fly away. People don't seem to understand my search for freedom, my peace for gaze. It's just a road to get there. Gonna take a walk in the snow. It's just like a prayer. People seem to understand. My search for freedom, my peaceful games. People don't seem to understand. But to me it all make perfect sense.